Now, one problem, if you can consider it a problem, that we've had with this beef from our local farmer is that it is extremely low in fat, extremely lean. So generally when we were frying the ground beef, we have to add some oil. So I'm going to add, that's probably about 2 tablespoons of the olive oil that we just opened up after 11 years. And I'm just going to stick that in the pan there, in the skillet, and put the lid back on it. Okay, I just flipped it again and scraped off a little bit more meat that I'm now chopping up. And I have to comment, oh my goodness, that oil smells fantastic. Okay, now we are going to just tend to the meat full time. So we've turned it up to just shy of half, and you can hear it sizzling away here. And we are going to tend to it full time now, flipping it and so forth, until it is all thawed out and fried up. Okay, it's all broken up now. Everything is thawed out and cooking. You can hear it sizzling away there. That oil still smells incredible. There's our pureed onion. Here's our spices. I put them all in one bowl. We've got 1 tablespoon of thyme, a tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of parsley, a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of salt. We are using Himalayan rock salt that would have been sea salt about a couple of 100 million years ago, actually, back in the good old days. And a half teaspoon of that pepper that we ground up in the pestle and mortar. We've got some water that was boiled in the microwave. It's just off the boil. This is because of the pasta, which we're going to add in there as well. So the first thing we do is we add our onion. Just plop that in there and give it a little stir. And we can add our spices. Just toss those right in there. I should add that I'm on a bit of a thyme kick lately. It's sort of replaced the rosemary kick that I've been on for the last couple of years. I just can't get enough of thyme. You can put whatever spices you want in here. Experiment with it. The main thing is to keep good notes. Look, there's my notes on what I'm doing this time around. I wrote it all down on paper because this is the first time I'm doing it this way. And another big experiment that I'm doing right now is that this is the first time I will be cooking the noodles in the pan. So you will see I have 2 cups of boiling water. I am going to put the noodles in there. Da-da-da-da-da. I have no idea at this point how much of this boiling water that I need. The reason I pre-boiled it is so that it will not take a really long time to come to the boil here in the pan. I'm going to just go crazy and add the whole 2 cups. I have no idea if that will be too much or too little. In fact, judging by what I'm seeing here at the moment, I have a suspicion that it will be too little. So while this is coming back up to the heat, I am going to go refill this, put it in the microwave, and boil some more water because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to need it. Oh my, this is twice now in the same recipe that I've forgotten my diced tomatoes. They are going to feel neglected and rejected. So we put those in there. It had just come to the boil, so now it's going to take a little bit to come to the boil again. I'm going to keep it moving here in the pan because it's still on a just shy of half heat. I will keep this moving. And one other thing we've forgotten is some good old-fashioned cornstarch. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, roughly, of cornstarch. That will help thicken it all up for us. And we'll mix that in, and we're still waiting for the rest of that water to boil. Now, it's just coming to the boil again. We will note the time here. We know that this pasta takes about 10 minutes to cook. So hopefully in about 10 minutes we will see what this is going to turn out like. Our water is now boiling. There we go. Okay, we are 5 minutes in now. It's thickening up pretty good. If I take out one of the noodles, And try it. It is currently al dente, and I want it to be more cooked than al dente. I do believe we are going to need some more water at this point, so I am going to put in about, let's see, how much? That was about 2/3 of a cup. And we're going to stir that in. Keep in mind that water had already been boiling just recently, so it should not bring down the temperature of the mixture at all. We'll see how we get with that. Okay, we are 8 minutes in now. It's really thickening up nicely. I just tried one of the noodles and it is just about perfect. I think we will not have to add any more water. So we have a good recipe here, folks. I believe we have a winner. Alright, we are 10 minutes in. This is just about perfect now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the heat off, put the lid on, and let it set until I want to serve it. Okay, you can see I've emptied out the skillet into this container. The reason I did that is because I want to know my volume. My volume here is just about exactly 2 liters. And that's just creating a little teaser for you for a future episode, because my ultimate goal here is to figure out how to make this directly in mason jars in my pressure canner so that I can have pre-made meals that I can just open up a jar of goulash. Stay tuned.